Chief Legal Analyst Dan Abrams, our Chief Washington Correspondent Jon Karl. Rachel Scott is also on the campaign trail in Iowa. Dan, let me begin with you in these new charges. The breadth and the volume of this new evidence is just stunning.
Well, when you think about what this case is about, big picture, right? It's about obstruction of justice. It's about refusing to turn over documents. And the key legally is showing he was doing it on purpose, that he knew that he was supposed to turn these over and he was intentionally trying not to. That's why something like deleting security footage becomes really important, because if a jury were to believe that that was happening, it's hard to imagine anything but it was happening on purpose, and it was happening for the specific reason of trying to hide evidence.
And Jon Karl, this was not a sophisticated criminal enterprise.
I mean, on one hand, it's incredibly brazen. I mean, to attempt to delete security footage the day after it's been subpoenaed, but it's incredibly incompetent, too. I mean, if you think about it, George, allegedly Donald Trump dispatches Walt Nauta down to deal with this to Mar-a-Lago. He goes down, he meets with the head of maintenance, he meets with the IT guy at Mar-a-Lago. Every move is documented, is captured. You see in vivid detail, as Pierre mentioned, walking through a tunnel with a flashlight. On the other hand, that they're going to a place called the sound closet to have the conversation. You see the conversation back and forth. Well, guess what? Most of this stuff, most of this evidence is captured by the very security cameras they're trying to obstruct.
And Dan, not only the security cameras, it sure looks like this IT worker, employee number 4, is a cooperating witness.
Absolutely. That's why they're referring to him as employee number 4. He's the one who had the conversation with De Oliveira. He becomes a critical witness, so his credibility will become very significant here, and expect him to be a central part of this case.
Yeah, John, what are you hearing from the Trump team?
Well, first of all, they were expecting yesterday to be faced with a possible indictment on January 6th. So this came as something of a surprise, but they knew they had an issue with the security footage. They knew that this was eventually coming. Look, it's the entire campaign is about fighting these charges. It's basically not just a campaign to be president, it's a campaign to stay out of jail.
Yeah, his legal strategy is a political strategy. So with that, let's go to Rachel Scott on the campaign trail in Iowa. Donald Trump is heading there.
Yeah, it's back to the campaign trail for the former president. No canceled plans, no rescheduled events. He's pushing ahead with a very busy campaign weekend, touching down here in Iowa in just a few hours before holding a rally in Erie, Pennsylvania tomorrow. And look, you said it. His legal defense is now the central theme of his campaign. He has continued to deny any wrongdoing out on the campaign trail. I asked him about having those alleged classified documents a few weeks ago. He told me that it was all bravado. And so far, none of this has shown to have any impact on him politically. In fact, his support has only grown. He's still the front runner in this race. He's ahead now by roughly 32 points, and his rivals clearly recognize the hold that he has on the Republican Party. So many of them are hesitant to go after him directly about these indictments and federal charges. Clearly, they are worried about peeling away the very voters they would need in order to clinch the Republican nomination. They are all walking a very fine line, George.
Yeah, we'll see how that changes over time. Thank you all very much. Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.